Good morning. It's Monday, April 18th, 2022. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Xingyi. Xingyi's 12 Animals. Today we're going to go back and review what we've done up to this point. I'm going to go step by step, a little bit slow, point out a few things as we go through. I'm still working on my injury, and the less I move, the better. It just needs to heal. So there's that. The second thing I'm going to talk about real quick this morning, and it's I'm really happy about. I had mentioned that I was looking at how to take my website, Wudang.com, and rework it a little bit so that some of the material that I have would be easier to find. Some of these videos would be easier to find, and put some things, generally create a little bit better order, because I have an archive of stuff that I have built up over the years, and I'm going to surface that content somehow. Right? I have some ideas for how I'm going to do that. Right? Part of it is going to be books. Part of it is going to be on the website. Part of it is right here on this channel. So that's what we're doing right now. Hey. All right. So what I've done is to create a set of, for lack of a better way to say it, index pages. So right now, if you go to the site under Study, and I told you I was reorganizing things, there's a tab called Study. There's a tab for Foundations, and there's another one for Xingyi, and there's another one for Tai Chi, and there's another one, right? Each of those pages has some articles, has links to these videos, small description, I just got it done, all right? And an index of material that I've already written, that was already on the website, but may have not been really easy to find. It's quite a labyrinth in there. So I'm not entirely done yet, but I've got the biggest part of the study materials done in both English and Chinese. I worked on the Chinese all day yesterday. So that's all been reorganized as well. And I'm very, very, very happy with the way that it's working. The software developer in me is extremely happy with the way that it's working. The teacher in me is happy because now, instead of saying, well, you go here and then drill down on this menu and go over here on this side and then drill down over here and you can find it. Go here, get the index page, it's there. Like I said, I'm really, 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 really happy with the way that it turned out. It's better than I expected. So, go visit the website. Lots of materials there. If you read Chinese or you want to put it through a automated translator, which I don't recommend because they get it wrong always. It's not even close 60% of the time. Okay? It's not. There's too much technical language. There's too much language that is figurative. There's too much language that is dependent on understanding what this martial art is doing and what you're supposed to be paying attention to. It don't work. Trust me, I've tried. I've tried. It is so far wrong that I just can't, I have to say how bad it is. Hello, how are you? Thank you, goodbye. Sure, not a problem. But not for this. Not for this. It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Okay, enough on that. Point being, at some time, my plan has always been to translate that. That I would do it. I translated Wudang Qigong, the book that we published back in 1998. It took a while. I learned a lot. I know a lot more now, and I have better tools. So it's possible that I could make it happen. I've got a lot more material to surface before I get started on that. So let's get started on practice this morning. A little bit more coffee. A little bit more coffee. One of the things that was my goal back when I very first started with my studies and creating Wudang.com was to create an archive that would include my studies, my teaching, the kinds of things that students might be interested in. Kinds of things that I was interested in when I was a student. Still interested in. And this revision is both a little bit of that going back to the origin for me, where it all started. Where did I get started? My own studies. Where did Wudang.com get started? 1996. It's a long time. And what was I thinking back then? What was I going to try and do back then? What's happened with that over the years, and part of what I'm doing now is to take all of that and pull it together. In 1996, what was possible technically? What was possible? What material did I have, right? Through the years, what did I collect? Oh my goodness, I've got a lot. And I do. And you know that iceberg story, that what you see is the tip of the iceberg? Where I am now with the site and with the archive. And that's really what I'm talking about, is this library that I'm creating. That if it was preserved, somebody 50 years from now could go and look at, and they could see it, and they could learn something. And they could read, and they could see the translation, or they could read the originals, see the originals. That archive. If I put things in good order now, it makes it that much easier to bring the rest of that in. So I really have no lack of content. I really don't. All right, there's and some of it is this material. Some of it is material for Wudang Qigong, some of it is for the other arts that I teach. What I'm getting at is that there's more. Feet about shoulder width apart, stand straight, pull up through the crown of the head, shoulders down and relaxed, open the arms, bend the knees, wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. Pull up through the crown of the head, pull up through the center, hold through the back, and hand circle to the front, and back around to both sides. Up along the center line. Reach out, bend the knees. Nice and easy. And roll up. Follow the space between the hands. One more. And all the way up. Elbows drop down. Wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. Coffee. Coffee is good. There is a way that the turn of a phrase or the use of a particular word in context makes all the difference to understanding what's there, what we should be paying attention to, and what really doesn't matter. That level of refinement is something that I'm still working on. I'm still working on. And as I was looking at, and the reason I brought it up is because as I was looking at some of the material that I have collected, that level of refinement that I'm talking about is something that I always appreciated and admired in Professor Liu's writing. One really important character that he would put in, or that little phrase that he might use that would absolutely illuminate whatever the principle was that he was trying to teach. So, I needed to say that for a second. Alright. Santi Bu. 60 seconds. Right leg back, left leg front. Little bit, I'm just going to stay a little bit higher than normal. I'm still working on my injury, but this is fine. Alright? Right foot back, left foot front. Check your posture, check your position. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Sink more. Step back. Right foot front, left foot back. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Sink and relax. Two things I'm going to mention. First one, left side is what hurts. Did the exercise, but I stayed higher and I adjusted where I was holding my weight. It matters. I'm mentioning all of these things, if I have an injury, whatever I have, because I hope you never have. Alright? But over long-term practice, there will be injuries that you will have. There will be times when, that hurt. And I don't want to do that. It hurt. I still don't want to do that. It still hurts. Right? There will be those times. What do? You quit? Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Sometimes the injury says, yeah, you're going to quit for a couple of days. Other times, how do I adapt? What can I do? That part of knowing what I can do is what we're working for. It's everything underlying all of the arts that I teach, knowing what you can do. What can I do today? I need to stay a little bit higher on the left leg. And the other thing that I'm going to mention is on the right side, the first set, at the 50-second mark, I sunk down. My leg was feeling it, and the practice method is, as you've set your time, whatever that time is, I called it 60 seconds. I could have said 30. I could have said 2 minutes. I could have said 45 seconds. We haven't worked up to 2 minutes yet. We're not doing it. All right? Whatever that time is, meet it. It's not that's your goal. That's your setting your goal. If your goal is 15 seconds, fine, meet it. If your goal is 10 seconds, fine, meet it. If it's 5 seconds, meet it. Meet the goal. Improve after that. My leg got tired. Don't come up, go down. During the time that you've set, if your leg gets tired, your back leg's got 60% of the weight. If it gets tired, go lower. That discipline, because that's what it is, it's discipline. Your own personal discipline to say, I'm going to do this, this is what I need to do, this is what I've decided I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to do it, and these are the things that I'm going to do while I am practicing. That discipline is part of what we want. We want the physical discipline within the exercise. We want the mental discipline of focusing on what we're going to do, deciding what we're going to do, and doing it. that achievement matters so much. It builds not only the physical discipline, it builds the mental discipline, and it builds confidence. I know I can do this. Not a doubt in my mind. That level of confidence carries through every movement, everything that we do. Build it. All right, a little bit more coffee. This is, again, a little bit more of this underlying philosophy, this 师傅，你多说了我们的想法，我们说的想法这是什么？我们要注意什么？ This is the student asking the teacher. 师傅, teacher, 你多说. You're always talking about 我们要注意想法. We need to pay attention to our thinking. 注意, pay attention to the mind. 怎么做？怎么想法? How do we do that? What kind of thinking should we have? Right? This type of questioning is traditional. Very traditional. The goal for me is to try and help answer some of that. All right, so this, what are we supposed to be thinking about? What do we, right? This discipline of setting a goal, deciding this is what I'm going to do today, right now, meeting that goal, and feeling really, really good about that achievement is part of how we learn. Positive reinforcement, right? All right. From the beginning, I'm going to take it slowly, and we're going to get to this last piece. Return. That one. And we're going to review that in detail. All right, let's get started. Feet together. On the 45. Stand straight. No. Yes. No. Yeah. No. Yes. No. Yes. Salute. Take it easy. Pay attention to what we're doing in each move. Broad brushstrokes. Not the fine pen, more the watercolor. Ready, and breathe in. Open, breathe out. Step through. Keep going. Turn around. And turn around again. Bong chuan. Bong chuan. And again. Turn in. Little jump. Step up tiger. Step up tiger. Step through Thai bird. Step back. Thai bird. Horse. To the right and to the left. Step to the left again. Alligator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And step up. On the right side, turn around. Punch down. And 1, 2, 3. Up, little jump. Not jumping today. And pull back. Step up, step through, turn around, step out, step up, and step over. Come over, bong chuan. All right, relax. It's a lot. We're going to work through this last part. As we finish, swallow skims the water. Has a name. We're here. So we've got 2 turns to pay attention to. We're going to come back over here in just a second. It's 1, elbow, step up, turn around, under, over, bong chuan. All right, a little coffee. You're going to notice a couple of things about my movements. And I'm going to mention them because I need to. One is that they're relatively light. I'm doing that on purpose. I am. It's for my health, not for Xingyi, right? The idea that I wouldn't do anything for this particular situation, this particular injury, no. I can still do lots of things. So, what kinds of things are easier, what are not? If I'm moving a little more carefully and with less force, less physical force, my body is much happier right now. Right? That little bit more slowly and a little bit less physical force is not the way that we want to always practice Xingyi. Xingyi requires that we use that physical strength, that we use that force. We want to bring that. I do. Can't right now. What can I do? I have a lot of things I can do. This again, I'm beating on this a lot today because it's important. This idea of knowing what you can do. Being able to constrain what you do. I could do more, but I'm not going to right now. Is so fundamental to everything that we're learning. I cannot begin to say in a few words, because we're going back to practice today, I cannot begin to say in a few words how important it is, how important it has been to me to understand, to know exactly what I can do, what I'm willing to do, what I need to do, and to be able to constrain my physical movements to protect an injury. That skill, and that's why I'm talking about it right now, that skill is fundamental to both sides of the martial arts, and to both sides. On the one hand, the martial arts are martial. They're intended to cause injury. If I need to protect myself, I'm not going to be polite about it. I'm just going to do it. The other side, healing. The same level of understanding that comes with knowing how to use a particular technique to create a particular type of injury gives the ability to address that injury. Might not be a medical doctor, might not be a healthcare professional, might not be all kinds of things. In the tradition, old school, go way back. Oh, go way back, where there wasn't a doctor anywhere around. Understanding the healing part is where I started. And that's where I want to stay. I know about this other part. I do. Part of this class. That healing part. Knowing what you can do. Knowing how to use the exercises to help your body heal. Not only to prevent further injury, but to help your body heal. Talk about that internal massage, right? Lots of things going on with that, and part of the reason I'm talking about it is because I was reading yesterday a lot. All right, so these ideas, these concepts, we need to have them be part of how we pay attention to the things that we're doing in our practice. Practice some more. We're here. Swallow flies through the forest. Right side. All together. I'm on the left. Down to the right. Alright? Again, just from this angle. Hand and foot together. And over here. All right. This coordinated expression of force. Right? Today, again, I'm repeating this. I'm doing everything quietly today. Take the opportunity to use this quiet method of practice to refine the movement. Here. Step back on the right. Turn with the elbow, turn the left. Come around. I have to shift after this is as far as I can go. Right? I could maybe lean a little more. I don't want to lean. This is solid. Notice where my hands are. Right? Right here. Yeah. Hip, shoulder. Yeah. I gotta stop for a second. That definition of placement, I'm still thinking through some of the stuff I was working on yesterday, so bear with me. That definition of placement, being able to see where the hand position is, being able to see what the movement looks like, being able to follow. What am I supposed to do here? What am I doing? What do you do? Hey, that was cool. What happened? Right? That was my first reaction to some of the things that I saw. Hey, that was good. Hey, nice. How did you do that? That's why we're here. All right. This rapid, hard, quick, forceful movement that Xingyi asks us to do requires a level of refinement in our movements that has to be learned. It's not something that comes automatically. One of the first steps is what we're doing today. Quiet the movement, quiet the body. Pay attention to the finer details of, can you do that? Seriously. This palm, pick one. That idea that the hands work together. Make that a habit. Make that a reflex. You don't even have to think about it. It's just there. You have to work to get there. Make it a reflex. All right. Right hand circles down, out with the foot. Step behind, leave yourself room as you step back, right? So don't step, let me do this here. Watch the right foot. All right, one more time. Right foot went out of the picture. I saw that. Here we go. Smaller step. Pay attention to my right foot. Pay attention to where the left foot is and where the right foot ends up. Here's the left. It turned as I did. Toes are going on this 45. Right foot, not quite on that 45, but close. Just a little bit turned in. It's stronger that way. If I'm going to come out my elbow this way, I don't want my toes turned the same direction that my elbow is going. I want to set along this line to turn here. And yeah, I can do it on that side. Pay attention to that angle and how the body is placed so that when this comes through, you're solid. Okay? We have to, we just did this. Here we go. 1, 2. Right here, I have to shift a little bit back to my left leg because I'm going to step with my right. Okay? Right there. A little bit more than what we need. Just that little tiny bit of shift the weight is all we want. From here, right there. That was it. All right, so here, not so much. If I'm moving quickly, just like right now, You don't see that shift in weight. All you see is me step. That's what we want. We don't want to play with that weight shift thing. Really, it's extra. It's my coffee morning. Lots of explanations and talking too. So, all right, this weight shift. It's subtle. We don't know. You didn't see it. We have to understand that it's there in order to understand the move. How did she get from more of her weight over on the front foot to being able to step with the front foot? Didn't you have to pick the foot up? No. Very small shift in the weight. Right there. That was it. You didn't see it. There. Yeah, right there. No? Still? No. There it is. That's my point. If I wasn't talking about it, if I wasn't calling it out, you wouldn't know. All right, as we step through the obvious change, right? Yeah. 1, 2, step up. The same idea here as here, except that instead of right hand, right foot, we've got step through with the left, close the right. I don't know if I got enough room to do this here. There we go. Which way didn't I go? This one, I think. And I don't have enough room. I ran into the wall. All right, this step through. Here. Right, left, right. Where's your weight? How are you moving through that step? Right? Because everything, it's not just your feet that are moving, right? I can be here and step, step, close. That's it. Here, shift, step, step, close. All of the rest of the movement that goes with, and all of the dynamic that goes with. Step, step, close. Just this piece, all together. Right side. And this is the direction that we should be going in the form. Yes, it is. Here we go. On the right side. And step back. Right hand holds a fist. Left hand holds a palm. Step through. Right, left, right. Both hands hold a palm. One more time. And turn, step, step, close. All right, relax for a second. We're going to turn around, go back the other way. This turn, we need to pay attention. Again, I emphasize this, I beat up on this quite a bit. We need to pay attention to where we are in space. Which direction am I going? Where am I supposed to go? How does this form move? It's, use myself again. When I was in primary school, I'm going back. I was in the Wayback Machine yesterday, all right? So I'm going back. When I was in primary school, we had these tablets, and they had these two big lines, and then there was a dotted line in the middle. And we're learning how to write. The kids are learning how to write their alphabet. I go back, all right? So the capital letter is supposed to go from the top to the bottom of the solid lines, and the middle of it's supposed to be on the dotted line. That's how you're supposed to write. We use that. We use that rule. Two straight lines and a line in the middle to learn how to write. Chinese kids have the same thing. Used to have, not sure what they have now. Used to have the same thing. Pads of paper with boxes going across. And each box had a square, had dotted lines in the middle for each square. So a dotted line across and a dotted line going up and down. So the children could learn how to write the characters. This part of the character goes here. This goes all the way up and down. This goes up. Same principle. Different writing method. Way different meaning. Because each character is effectively a word. It's not the letters that we write that make that we have to put together to make words. Each character is actually a word all by itself. That process is the same kind of process that we go through when we learn a form. This goes here, this goes over there, we put this over here, we put this in over here. We learn how the pieces connect with each other. We learn the method. It's like in cursive writing. We learn the method for connecting each of the pieces. Chinese has cursive writing too. I can't read it, but it does. Right? Some beautiful calligraphy that I can't read, but it's beautiful. I could see it. Standard cursive writing in Chinese, can't read that either. I can recognize a few things. Can't read it. I need that print block letter. Alright, but it goes back to part of what I was saying with this recognition, knowing what you can do, knowing what you can't do, gives you the ability to refine what you can do so that sooner or later you're going to be able to do more than what you can do today. Some things happen quicker, some things take more time. It depends on the person. Alright? So I learned movement fairly quickly when I was first learning. I don't learn it so quickly now. I remember things. If it's something I've already learned, I'm good. If it's something that I'm going to think about learning, yeah, maybe not today. Right? I have way too much that I've already learned that I want to play with. I don't need any more things. It's the same like website content problem. I got way more than what I need. Thanks. Alright, so in our practice, bringing this discipline of what we're going to do today together with what belongs with this practice. What should we be paying attention to? How can we use this practice to enhance what we're doing in a different kind of practice. This knowing where we are, knowing how the form works together, and I'm beating up on this again because we're turning around a couple of different times here. I'm going to turn around, I'm going to turn around, I'm going to turn around. Which direction are we going now? Why do we have to turn around? Why can't we just keep going that way? I didn't create this. And what I've learned is a very healthy respect for the folks who did it. I don't need to, and this is my background. I don't need to make changes. What I do is informed by who I am. So everything that I do is informed by who I am, what I've studied, how I've learned, my own practice, my teachers. That's what I'm doing here. That practice and how I try to communicate what parts of that practice have been and continue to be important to me. That's also part of what I'm doing here. So this idea that I'm going to take something that I spent years learning and muddle it up, because that's what I felt like today. No. Different practice methods, absolutely. Different ways to practice, absolutely. Different ideas, different methods, different issues that go with practice, absolutely. Change the form? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it intentionally. I'm not. I'm not. That sense of tradition, of trying to be the book. That's something that I work for. I wanted to be the book. Step up on the left, down on the right. Right foot steps back, turn, elbow. Step through, turn around. That turn, step through, turn. Notice the angle. Okay, this is my notes, right? I talked about this. 2 1/4. So from here, I've turned a little bit too much, but that's you get the idea. Here. It could be a sweep there. There could. I could be locking something. Oh, ouch. That would hurt. Oh. I talked about that before. 3 guesses where this is going. That hurts. Trust me, it does. It doesn't make any difference which gender you are. It hurts. It does. Alright, the turn itself, again, we've gone from here, this direction, turn around, come up in the other direction, and now we're going back to where we were. Let the momentum work for you as we come around. So here, open and step. Again, I'm going to do this slowly, let you see the weight change, and then I'm going to do it a little faster, still not with too much force, but a little bit faster. Alright, so we're here. And I'd be a little bit more extended if the wall wasn't there. I'm here, step up, turn around, and step through. One more time, slowly. Here, turn around, open. I'm going to let you see it shift. Look at the foot turn, step through. Here, here, step through. Step, close. Xingyi stepping. Yes? One more time. Here. Step back with the right, open. Step with the right, palms turn under. This, I'm do this again at speed. This way, here we are in form. Turn and go. That emphasis, emphasis. Keep that idea as you circle through. Use this momentum. Open and close. Right? Split. Palm. Ward off. Not really push, this is ward off. Still hurts, but there's a difference between this and this. Notice the direction. Here we go. And this one. Different direction. First one has ward off behind it, palm. The second one has an. Could have also pull down. Pay attention to this idea behind. Even as the movement is done quietly, with no force. Keeping these directions clear gives us the ability to add chili powder later. Alright? Start over here on the left. And step back with the right, open. Step out with the right. Fingertips down. Step up with the right and out to the left. Fingertips come over. Alright? I'm here. And I come to here. Step. It's not a big thing, right? This has to turn. If I use my body to go with, it's a tiger. It's pouncing. Think of a big cat. What does a big cat do? Right? Except, no. Yes. Big cat doesn't do this. No. Big cat's here and here. Oh, yeah, they're very efficient. I used to watch a lot of films, so I have little cats in the house, but I used to watch a lot of films of how big cats move, and they're very efficient. They really are. Alright, so this idea of being a very efficient cat, put it into the form, and I really do recommend looking at this nature videos and things like that to get an idea of how these movements actually are done. Because, in fact, quite a few of the movements in martial arts come from animals. We're in the 12 animals form here, right? We have some fictional animals and we have some real ones. Alligator. Yeah, that is. Go watch some movies of how alligators swim. Go watch a movie of an alligator thrashing in the water with the prey. What does it do? What does it do? Take that idea, combine it with what we're doing specifically in a given movement. That understanding of how the muscles move in nature, because there's no pretend in the natural world. It's just there. So watching how a cat moves, a big cat, not the small cat, watching how a big cat moves gives us insight to how we can move both our arms and our legs, even though we have a different structure. The physiology is different, the skeleton is different, but it gives us insight that we can apply and that we can use to improve and enhance what we're doing in the movement. Being able to see that dynamic. How does this person do this movement? How does this animal do this movement? How can I, as a person, look at what this other person is doing, look at what this animal is doing, understand the difference in their physiologies, and then be able to use that understanding in my own practice. You did. I did. Lots of cats, lots of birds. Step up. Get ready to turn around. Step up, tiger. Step up, tiger. Shift back, Feng Chuan. Alright, and I keep leaving out that step. There's a step there. And I'm calling it out on purpose. One more time. No, two more times. This whole little bit of a series. From the left side up. Pay attention to, and I'm going to go slow. Pay attention to the connection between the moves. Pay attention to the idea that as we're moving, we have a dynamic that goes with the move that we want to use. Left side. Ready. Nice and easy. Turn. Step up, over to the left, and shift, step through. Again. Left side. Turn. Step out to the right. Step out to the right and to the left. Shift back. Step. Step out to the right. Step out to the right. Step out to the left. Right, right, and left. Step, step, close. Step out to the right, step, step, close. That basic method combined with the shape of the form. What are we doing in this case? It's tiger, this shape, right? The shape of the form, the shape of the move. Where am I here? Right? Here. When I step, where do I go? What does that look like when I'm finished at the end of the move? How did I get there? How did I get there? Paying attention to all of these things is part of our study. I'm going to stop here for today. I hope you enjoyed class. This was a little bit different than some of what I've been doing, and I think I'm happy with it. I'm not going to do this all the time, but I'm happy with it for today. I hope you were too. Thank you.